Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Boy, we got some goodies to open up today. Oh man, I've been keeping the Amazon driver busy. That's the good stuff. Alright everyone, so we got a brand new charger, a brand new remote, and an extra receiver. So let's explain what's going on here. So long story short is I didn't have any type of chargers to deal with the Spektrum or the ARRMA stuff. When I bought my Felony, I put Traxxas battery connectors on there because I didn't want to buy new batteries and a charger. It would just would have snowballed the price up to where I didn't want to be, and it was just cheaper to get connectors. But now as I've been adding, it kind of makes sense to go this route. And then when I bought the Lozi Pro Moto, the way that battery connector is screwed in there, there's really no changing that. So when I bought the Pro Moto, I got this little kit here. Came with the 2S battery and charger. My problem with this charger is, even though it's rated for like 4S, even doing like a larger 3S pack, this thing gets so smoking hot, it's ridiculous. They should have put a fan in here. So I'm just worried about this thing overheating, possibly catching fire. I don't know. I don't like how hot this thing gets, and I'm having to put a fan on here to run it. So I went ahead and just made the decision to go ahead and upgrade to a slightly larger. Now this one can do 6S. Not that I have a 6S battery, but if I ever do want to upgrade to a 6, I can now. But the main reason I got this is that it does have a fan. Man, that's a big fan too. Wow. So yeah, I don't like how hot this thing gets. Now I'll still use it. My airplane has a very small 3S, like a 2000 milliamp hour, so not very large. And the Lozi Pro Moto, I've charged the battery in there, and I haven't felt that get hot. But now that I got the Vendetta batteries, yeah. And now that I also had that larger 4S pack. So yeah, I don't know, I just didn't want to risk it. I don't like how hot it gets. And I like to pass this around, so that way if people are in the same boat as me and you're trying to make a decision, what I recommend is spend the extra money and get the S1100. This is like $100. This is $60. They both basically do the same thing. They both have balance ports. They both do ES3 and 5. They both have a pretty nice color screen for the menu. You can see your cell counts, like each individual, like on a Ford, you can see all the cell, the voltages and stuff like that. And if you use the smart packs, it'll tell you how many times you've charged those packs. So pretty neat setup. This one even has a output, and these are updatable. Both of them have a USB update port. So now let's get into this. I am definitely not a Spektrum fanboy. This is an expensive radio, and I'm not really too happy about buying this thing, but I just kind of made the decision that I got so much Spektrum stuff anymore, anything that runs on this stuff, that would just be nice to be able to bind all the cars to one remote. Now trust me, I did look at the, I believe it's Radio Link. It's like an $80 remote. And it looked pretty nice, pretty good reviews, but I got burned on that Dumbo radio. Here I am thinking like my infraction was just a squirrely truck, and that's the reason I had such a hard time having it go down the road being straight. And even with the gyro turn way down, it wags, and I can't get it to stay straight. No matter how much I turn the trim, it won't stay straight. It won't behave right. So I'm thinking this whole time it's a truck, but now that I put that radio in the Vendetta, it's got the same issues. I'm just done with it. And the Radio Link, when I was looking at it, it looked like it had the same exact damn receiver as the Dumbo. It programs the same and everything. So I don't know, man. I'm just burned on that. And I know for a fact that the Spektrum, the AVC, when I ran that car at like 70, it went down the road straight as an arrow. I mean, it was just absolutely fine. So I actually got this. It came with a receiver. I'm going to put this in a Vendetta now so I can get that car working. I'm still talking to tech support with Spektrum about replacing the one under warranty that went out on that car, which is, oh, it's actually this one. This is what went out on that car. It was one like this. So this is, I think this is a nicer one. Has more channels or something on it. I think this is like a $99 damn. This is 75. See, the Spektrum stuff's just freaking expensive. That's why I don't like it, and I also don't like that. And I've mentioned this before, that ARRMA and all that. Why can't they be like Traxxas and the DX3 is just buying 20, 30 cars out of the box? Why do they make you go this like $200 out? And this is actually like $230, but I got it on Amazon for $2. So, like I said, it is what it is. I just, with me having so many cars now, it just makes sense to go. I just want the easy route. I don't want to have to, every car I get, have to gut it and rebind. I don't know. It's just, it's a headache, man. It just is. And this one too, I can actually bind the Losi Pro Moto bike. They actually have an update for this, which is another stupid thing that they did. I had to order a $25 cable to do the update, because God forbid they give you a USB cable. They have a servo wire back here that they sell that has a USB on the end to do an update. It's freaking retarded. My Traxxas, I can update via the Bluetooth module. Which, granted, yeah, you have to buy the Bluetooth module, but I also only had to buy one because my one remote works all 3 of my Traxxas cars. I can run 10 cars off that one remote. Now that I spent the money on this, I can run 20 cars off of this. So I just hate the friggin' price of this thing, and I hate, you know, these things, these receivers are expensive, but I just want to get all my cars on board with the same stuff. So I'm going to be putting this in the infraction. The felony is already set up with this system. The Vendetta hasn't changed. Well, I'm going to take the Dumbo out because it's junk and put this back in. And then whenever I get my warranty receiver, I'll just have that as a backup. So I'll be able to put my Pro Moto, the 2 Vendettas, the felony, and my infraction. So I'll have 5 vehicles, 1 remote. So basically I'll just have 2 remotes on the shelf, except for the Mad Van and oh, I got a Futaba that I use with my Tamiyas. But other than that, yeah, so I guess I'm not a fan of it. I know there's better radios out there. I know somebody's going to probably say something. I know there's better stuff out there, but for the ease, for me, for the ease, just, it already has the Spektrum stuff in it, like the infraction. I put it in, I have all the telemetry stuff is available. May as well take care of it. Whether you like that or not, that's up to you, and that's your call for whatever you do with your cars. But for me, I just like the simplicity of this. I can get all the telemetry stuff working, and right now I can go ahead and get the Vendetta on the road and speed test it while I'm waiting on Spektrum to get off the rear end and look over the stuff that I sent them. So there we have it. New battery charger, new remote. Oh man, I've been keeping the Amazon driver busy. We got some goodies. We got some goodies here. So let's check it out. Jeez. Alright, check it out. That's for the Mad Van. Got some body clips. Match the color of it. They're also bent, which should make it a little easier to get on and off. And they're protectors, so it's all built into one. Check that out. Alright. GPM. So I got these to try to save some money on this. This is a whole rebuild kit for the X-Max. These are just the rubber caps. So I have to fix, I got one leaky shock in there, so I figure instead of just busting open a whole rebuild kit, why don't I just had that on hand. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that GPM came out of China, and it's been on like the slow train to get here. Man, that stuff took forever. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, the unnecessary money-making scheme from Spektrum. So I can update the DX5C, the remote. That is what it's called. Yeah, DX5C. So I can run the Pro Mode on it. You have to buy a $25 cable because they can't add it to it. I mean, this is... Look, like this is a regular... Why couldn't they just put on the remote a USB-C cable and then you could just update it? But then they couldn't sell you this sophisticated servo wire with a USB connection. And I'm pretty sure there's something in here that would prevent you from making it yourself. Yeah, this... Why? I'm not like a whole ARRMA Spektrum. Oh, okay, so I got this, just some extra body washers. I'm gonna put these on like the Vendetta and stuff like that, and my Felony, because these pins have been scratching the hood, and then these pins here were supposed to have been bent. These were supposed to have an angle on the end to make it easier to get on and off. And they do not. Apparently, it doesn't look like it. Oh, it does, ever so slightly. So hopefully that'll make life a little easier on some of my other cars. I wish they had the black, but so they had, and I wasn't sure what size, so I just got the multi-pack. Alright. Alright, so this is it's a tool. When I was took the sledge out last time, I had a problem. I was trying to tighten the wheels up, and can't remember if this came with the sledge or the X-Max, but you can see it's pretty tore up. So I initially got this thing, which works pretty good with the X-Max and that. It fits in there, but this won't fit the sledge. So I'm kind of hoping the way that this thing is angled in that, it'll go in there and work a little bit better. Now I know some people will be like, oh man, I get Bezos rich, but you know what, there's two things that's great with Amazon. I mean, don't think of it as Bezos. I'm giving like the local people here a job because we have Amazon delivery and those people have a job. And then two, as an influencer, you know, you always hear people say, hey, check out the links down below. And that's because they're affiliate links. So what Amazon does is, like, I have my store. So if you go to Amazon and you go to my store, it doesn't matter. Even if you don't buy, like, the Spektrum cable or something out of my store, you know, you go shop and you buy some blankets for your bed or something like that, I get a commission for directing you to Amazon. And that's what a lot of influencers do. So they do share the money. It's a nice thing that they do. So this is not RC related. This is more of a personal thing, but I saw this. Man, you know, it'd been nice if they didn't stick it in a plastic bag. But this is more on a personal thing. I saw that and I was like, yeah, I want that for out here to decorate. So, if you didn't know, I am a veteran of the United States Army. I was actually looking for something that said, well, this does say Army veteran. I was looking for something that said Army. But that's kind of sad that they just stick it in a damn plastic bag. That was freaking stupid. Now it's all kind of bent up. But oh well, we'll find a pretty cool place to hang this. Put it somewhere in here. Hell yeah! So there we go. That's the today's Amazon score from everything I've been ordering lately. Alright, one more package. I blame RC Guy Garage for this. I was watching one of his videos and he pulled one of these out and I was like, ooh. Not that. That. Battery tester for the Spektrum batteries. Now my chargers, I can plug them in, and that's what I've been doing, is I plug them into the chargers and I can read what the cell count is, what everything's doing. The only problem with that is I had the charger set up to auto start when you plug it in to start charging, and I don't want to do that if I don't plan on using the battery. I set it up to where that wasn't a feature, but I didn't like that because then I had to scroll through the dang menu and what is that? It's a screen protector? Oh wow. Look at that. So yeah, wow. They actually gave you a little wrist thing there. They didn't charge you extra for it. The only problem with this, it would have been nice, is supposedly there's an internal battery in here and you could use the USB to charge something, which I really don't see what you can charge with such a small battery. I don't imagine this thing's got a very large battery in it. It would have been nicer just to put an EC3 connector on this side. So that way... Oh no! I got the wrong... This is an EC3 connector. I thought it was EC5. Oh wait, no, this is the right connector. Ha! IC5 device to IC3 battery. Well, however that works, it's happy mistake then, because I thought this was the device. But no, that will plug in. So yeah, this only has an IC3. You would think it would have an IC5. It'd be nice if they put one on each side. But anyhow, enough rambling with that. So we got that. So, alright everyone, so that's going to wrap it up. But before I go, what do you think of the sign, man? I was going to put it up here, but then I think it would probably get in the way of everything. Because see, where I'm at now, at least this I can kind of see through if I need to get stuff, where that sign, and if I need to, I can move this. So I think that sign would have just, I really thought it looked good there, but I don't know. I kind of want it too, to where when I film, the camera picks it, but that side of the bench is more for, like when I'm working on stuff, I sit it there, so I think that's going to work out good. And if you like these signs, they're by Dope Neons, a link down below. You can order your own. They're pretty cool. Like that, look, my own logo, and everything come up, and that thing runs all the time. It's been running for years now. A couple of years I've had that, and it runs all the time. So, all right, hate to moan, stuff like that, but maybe that's how we get change done. Maybe Spektrum will watch the video and they'll be like, hey, you know what, he's right. If Traxxas can make their base remote bind, maybe we can. So maybe we can make some change in the industry. And the only way to do that is to speak up. So that's what I'm hoping to get at. Is I hope that we can make some change, because supposedly ARRMA listens to stuff and they do make changes. So that's what I'm hoping for. Make the hobby better for everyone. So hope you enjoyed all the unboxing. I'm trying to keep these videos short, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Next video, we're going to go ahead and get the Vendetta set up. We're going to get the 4S pack in there and do some runs. Check for any damage from the previous crash. And we're going to go do some 4S runs and try to teach myself how to drive at high speeds. Everyone, I appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Links down below if you care to help the channel in any way, shape, or form. It is greatly appreciated. This hobby is a little expensive to bring the stuff to you, but anything you want to do, even shopping Amazon through my store, it's a free way of help. Likes, share, comments are also a free way to help the algorithm spread the word to get the channel out there. So I appreciate that greatly. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next one.